Hey guys, ZeroDex here. Now, when it comes to some of the most popular Digimon seasons, most fans would say it's either Digimon Adventure or Digimon Tamers. Both are amazing shows, and quite frankly, the other seasons like O2, Frontier and Data Squad are not as great as Digimon Adventure or Tamers. If you ask any fan what their favorite season is, most of the time it will either be Adventure or Tamers. In this video, I'll be talking about why I think Digimon Tamers is the best Digimon series, even better than Digimon Adventure. Now, I'm not saying Digimon Adventure is a bad show, but by the end of this video, you guys will understand why I think Tamers is better than Digimon Adventure. Digimon Adventure was the show that got me into Digimon, and Digimon Adventure has a special place in my heart, and I know many others feel the same way, and that's why Digimon Try was so successful, even if it's not that great of a movie. Also, I really wanted to show you guys clips of the show in this video, as that would make it better for you guys. But since a few of my videos have been copyright claimed, simply for a few seconds of showing a clip, I decided against using clips from now on. So I might just simply explain what actually happens and show a pic. First, let's talk about the main characters. Adventure has more main characters than Tamer, so you can relate to at least one of them. If perhaps you dislike Tai, well, there could be a chance that Joe is your favorite character, while Tamers has a fewer roster. Those few are more fleshed out and developed. Because we have 8 characters in Digimon Adventure, there is less of a chance for these characters to have any development. Not as much of a development that the Tamers cast gets. Because Tamers had such a small cast, they had time to develop not only the main characters, but also their Digimon and other side characters like Jerry, Impmon, Calamon, and even Jerry's father. They all have great character development. First, we have Takato. He's, in my opinion, the most different main lead from all the other goggled-headed main characters in Digimon. Takato wasn't a hot-headed leader, he was just a normal boy that had a Digimon. We see him worry about how he will be able to take care of a Digimon, since they are in the human world, and it would be dangerous if people found out about Gyomon. And in one episode, Gyomon digivolves into Groundmon, and cannot revert back into his rookie form. Takato tries his best to hide Gyomon. Takato then starts crying as he does not want to lose Gyomon because he knows what would happen if people found out about Gyomon. Something that I have noticed in many Digimon seasons is that the main character would always get in a fist fight with their rival. Matt and Tai have had many fist fights, and Marcus, well, punching things was one of his character traits. Also, Takato's Digimon, Gyomon, was created when he met Takato, so he knows absolutely nothing about the digital world. And it's quite fun to see him slowly understand everything about being a Digimon and the human world. Then we have Rika. She kind of reminded me of Sora. What makes her unique is that she's the best tamer out of the 3 main characters. She even has the most experience, which is something rare for a female in the shonen genre. She was called the Digimon Queen for being so good at the card game. In the beginning, she's more of a cold-hearted person that only cares about fights and defeating her enemies. She might be one of the few who had the most character development in this show. She starts out indifferent, but you gradually see her open up to her Digimon and Takato and Henry. At first, her and Renamon simply did not have a friendly relationship. It was more of an alliance where they both helped each other. Also, her Digimon Renamon is a fan favorite Digimon. At first, she just simply wants to be the strongest, but changes over time. And for the love of God, please, you guys, never search Renamon on Google. I still have those horrible images stuck in my head. God damn it, furries. You guys just have to ruin everything. Lastly, we have Henry. Probably the most intelligent of the 3, and maybe even the most kind. He does not really want to fight with his Digimon, not even in a game. He is the pacifist of the group, but over time his character develops and he understands that sometimes you simply have to fight. And lastly, we have his Digimon, who is Terriermon, the bunny Digimon that says Momentai. It simply loves to fight, which is a stark difference to Henry, and it creates a nice dynamic between the two of them. The Digimon seasons always start with the main character getting transported into the digital world. That's just how things are. So it was refreshing change when the main characters in Tamers instead stayed in the human world for most of the story. It was the first Digimon story to make the humans stay in the real world. The only other one was Data Squad, which came after this. However, they did go to the digital world in the last arc of the show. There is no sense of adventure, and the show wanted to focus more on how it feels like to have a Digimon in the real world. We see Takato always trying to hide Guilmon. While it is a good change of pace and quite unique, one problem would be that the human world is just so boring compared to the digital world. It gets interesting when Digimon start appearing in the human world, but the environment and the area are basic buildings. In Digimon Adventure, the environments were unique and weird. It gave the feeling of being transported into a new world and made the digital world feel more interesting. It truly felt like an adventure, while the Tamers digital world is not really that interesting, as it was just simply a big desert with few of the sovereign areas. And that's mostly because the story focused more on the human world, and by the time we did get to the digital world, the story was at its last arc. However, Tamers did have many interesting moments. I like the fact that Digimon Adventures and O2 was simply a TV show in the Tamers world, and that Takato was simply a fan of the show, like us. He even made his own original Digimon named Guilmon, who later came to life. We also find out how the digital world was created and why Digimon exist in the Tamerverse. The Digimon were computer programs created by a group of programmers, and Henry's father was also one of them. The programs simply evolved over time and became Digimon. Let's talk about the villains in Digimon Tamers. The D-Reaper was a unique enemy. It was the first ever final boss that was not a Digimon. Instead, it was like a virus slowly infecting both the digital world and the human one. The D-Reaper was the most creepy and probably the most scariest enemy that has appeared in the show. It has so many dark moments with Jerry, and the one that I liked was involving Jerry's father meeting the D-Reaper and trying to save her. I'll discuss more about that later on in the video. Anyways, it only wants to complete its purpose, so it's not even evil, as it's only doing its job. It may seem and act evil. That's the purpose of its creation. Think of it as an antivirus software. It thinks that the Digimon are viruses and that they should be wiped out. You cannot blame it for doing its job. Now, the absolute best enemy and character in Tamers that made me love the show so much was Impmon. I loved it whenever he appeared on screen, and he and Biazumon are the first things that come to mind when I think about Digimon Tamers. He might be the best anti-hero Digimon, and even one of the best villains in all of the Digimon series. We watched Impmon grow from a pathetic weakling that wished to be able to digivolve to a badass psychopath that only cared about power and would ruthlessly kill any Digimon in its path. And finally, after his defeat, he tries his best to redeem himself and save Jerry. For Digimon Adventures, we have had many different Digimon villains, and the most popular would probably be Myotismon, simply because his arc was the longest. It's a shame that the Dark Masters did not really last that many episodes. They could have been the best. Metalcedramon only appeared in 2 episodes. Machidramon only appeared in 2 episodes. Puppetmon appears in 5 episodes. And finally, Piedmon lasts 2 to 3 episodes. This is very low for each of the Dark Masters. There was less time to fully flesh out each of these Dark Masters. It would have been better if they had added more episodes and made the arc longer, simply for the Dark Masters. Digimon always had dark themes and were more for teenagers, and Digimon Tamers had the darkest and probably the most mature themes from all the Digimon seasons. Nowadays, it seems as if Digimon became a bit more light-hearted and for kids, as Digimon Cross Wars and Appmon, which is a Digimon series, were made for children. However, we did get Digimon Tri, which was more for adults, but that's mostly because the makers of Tri knew that the original fans of Digimon Adventure are adult. They probably made those movies for the adult fans and not the kids. One of the darkest moments in Digimon that all Tamers fans could agree on might be Jerry's past and simply the D-Reaper, and we see many creepy images with young Jerry's flashback. I'm sure many kids found this image terrifying. Another moment that I liked was the one I previously talked about. It's about Jerry's father. He begs the D-Reaper to give him back his daughter, and the D-Reaper simply does not understand his human emotions. Jerry's father knows he's made mistakes and that he might not be the best, but he is her father and he desperately wants to save his little girl, and he will do anything. That's why it's great to see him try to actually fight the D-Reaper. Also, we have Leomon's death. Now this is before Leomon dying became a meme. It might have even been one of the most emotional and shocking deaths in Digimon. Watching Biazumon kill Leomon in cold blood and simply absorbing his data was very dark. However, after this season, Leomon's death became a running gag of sorts, and he always died in every show, just like Yamcha. One thing that I liked and believe Tamers did better than the original Digimon was the mega evolutions for the partner Digimon. Because the Tamer cast was not as big as the Adventure cast, all the main characters were able to gain a mega level Digimon, while in Digimon Adventures, only Agumon and Gabumon obtained their mega evolution, becoming War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. The other 6 Digimon only achieved the ultimate level. This made it seem as if the others were not as important as War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, which sucks, as I'm sure fans wanted to see their favorite Digimon that were not Agumon and Gabumon gain a mega evolution. It kind of made the other Digimon a bit more irrelevant. Sure, the other Digimon helped a bit against powerful Digimon, but War Greymon defeated Machinedramon and Metal Seedramon. Metal Garurumon defeated Puppetmon, and Holy Angemon, with the help of War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, defeated Piedmon. At least in Digimon Tri, we got to see all the other Digimon achieve their mega evolution. Also, I love the fact that in Tamers, the partner and the Digimon would combine together to be the mega level Digimon. It shows how the final evolution is a perfect connection for the trainer and Digimon by becoming one being. It also made the Tamer be more involved in the fights. Normally, the Tamers would simply watch their Digimon fight while they cheer for them. However, because they are the Digimon, they can help with the strategy and fighting. All this just shows why Tamers is the better series. And while Tamers might be the better series, Digimon Adventure is still my favorite from the seasons, and it will always have a special place in my heart simply because of nostalgia, and I would not mind seeing a new Digimon Tri TV show. However, hopefully they make it good this time. And that's the end of the video. What did you guys think? Do you guys like Digimon Tri, or do you like Digimon Tamers more? Do you also believe that Tamers is better than Adventure? It sucks that some of my videos have been copyright claimed, and well, I don't really know if I should dispute the claims. If I try to dispute the claims, and if they think that I'm still in the wrong, they will simply give my channel a strike, and if you get 3 strikes, well, your channel is terminated. I don't want to take the risk of my channel getting terminated, so I have not bothered disputing the copyright claims. Also, I want to thank you guys for 15,000 subscribers. I'm going to be making a video about this in the future. Also, thanks to these guys for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I really appreciate that you support me, as it really helps me out. I'm going to be making an update video about my recent inactivity. I might talk about all of this in the 15,000 subscriber video. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you guys have not, please subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.